the HTML form are used to collect the user input. Okay, to get the user input, get the information from the user. Okay, so there in day-to-day life, when you are working or you accessing any website, you register. There are registration forms are there, then contact information forms are there. Different kinds of forms are there. Okay, so while filling those forms, okay, there are some fields are there. Okay, in that field you put the information. Okay, so generally in short, HTML forms is used to collect user input. Okay, the user input is a most often set to the server for sent to the server. Okay, so this what happen, you fill some details. Okay, consider this is our one website. You fill here details. Okay, I just put some details here, and when I say submit, it send the information, it send the information. Consider I put some details. Okay, here consider Kumar, Suraj. Okay, and here he put the date of birth. Consider his date of birth is, okay, then email ID, uh, okay, and he put the mobile number. Okay, just show you PAN number. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, see what we are doing. We just fill these details. But if you see that here, you can see this field is a different than this field. This field is a different than this field. So there is a change in the fields. Okay, so there is a change in the field. These two things. This field is a different. It having date picker option. Okay, date picker. We can select the date. Okay, so and see, I just fill these details. Okay, and I say submit. Okay, submit. Sorry. Okay. Okay, see, the request goes to the server. Okay, request goes to the server, and it sends some information to the server, and again my form is blank, but we didn't receive any response here. Okay, so I don't have much information about this form, but you realize that this field is different, this field is different. Okay, this field is different, then this field is different. So why these fields are different from each other? Okay, so why these fields are different from each other? These fields are different from each other. So in HTML form, the form which is basically used to take the inputs from the users. Okay, so I will go and I just show you, try it yourself, and I will open the visual code. Okay, so here you can see this is one field. Okay, so each field having their own role, and each field having their own type. Okay, type. Say this field will take input, this field will take input. Okay, so there are many cases you saw that. See, this is another input field. See, this is another input field. You can see this is called checkbox. This is called drop down. This is called drop down. This is called text field. Okay, so these are the different fields are there. Okay, so how they distinguish from each other? Okay, so what I do, I will open the visual code. I open my visual code and I'll say HTML forms. Okay, I create new and rename. Sorry, I just save, Control S, and I go here MS Training and I say new MS form. Okay, I created separate folder. I go there and I will put here uh, say uh, register form. Okay, and I will go here and say HTML. Okay, and save this. Okay, so this is my HTML page, plain HTML page. Now, so in that So I want to add something over there. Means I want to just you see that means there are some fields are there. Okay, there are some fields. So first thing what we do, we say doc type HTML. Okay, so it will automatically add the doc type with the IntelliSense. Okay, it is called. Then we say our HTML structure. Then first HTML. Then within HTML, then we add the uh, head head tag. We add the head tag here. Okay, if you want to put the title, you can put here, and you will go into the body. This is a common structure. Okay, main our intention is the form. Okay, so in a form in a form so we just need to say form. This is the form tab. Okay, this is the form tag. I'll just opening and closing form tag. Okay? So in that form tag, what you want to do, so I want to put some field, some information. So whenever now see here, now what I do, I will go in this form. Okay, I will go and in this form. Okay, I press F12. I'll press F12, or you just go here and say more tools and developer tool. Okay, so what happened when I go move my cursor here, and move the. Okay, so here you can see, I just stretch it. Okay, you can see something is there input, something is there input, ID, name, OK press, return event dot key code, class, text. Okay, so you understand that what is this input? Input means this is the input field. Base based on the type, based on the type. This is the input field. Based on the type, it change the behavior of this field. It change the behavior of this field. Okay, so I will show you. Okay, so I will go input, say input, then type. See, what are the different type? Based on the type, the input field behavior will get changed. What I'm saying, based on the type. Quickly, I'll show you. Okay. So I'll say type, give the type, say text, text, just for, okay. You can close the tag like this way as well. Okay, the break here, BR is for new line. I'm just showing you input. I just want to show what the role of the type. Okay, button, checkbox. Okay, yeah. Now I just copy paste. Okay, so I take around 5 different input fields. So how they change there, I say date. Okay, so yeah, I say consider password. Okay, type, I say consider text password. Here consider uh, the radio. Okay, so radio, what are you? Okay, so here you can taken the I have taken the different types here. I save this. Okay, so you can save this, and okay, so I just save this, and I will go into the folder. Okay, now, so where we have stored the file, know the location. This is my MS form. Okay, and I open it. Just double click. It will open it. You can open in a different browser. So see here, you can see here different types. You can see here date picker, it will automatically pop up the date. Say, so these are different types. See, what I did, I just I just changed the I just changed the type. If I say type text, then it displays plain text. Okay. If I say checkbox, see checkbox. Checkbox, many times while filling the forms, it will say you are agree to fill these details. You say yes, and then you fill this checkbox like this. Recently you have seen that there is a date picker also. And what is this? This is a password, I think. See, password. This is a radio button. This is a radio button. Okay. So based on the type, behavior of this field, input field is changed. Based on the type, the behavior of input field is changed. Okay. So please try to understand what I'm saying. Based on the type. So type is a very important. Type is a very important. See, now here what written? Checkbox. Okay. Here checkbox is written. That's why the checkbox is here. Okay. So same way, same checkbox is there because we saw that there is one checkbox field is there. Okay. So I'll go here and see checkbox is there. Type checkbox. You understand why these fields are there and why they are looking like this. Okay. So now date. Here date. Is here. There is a date or what? Type text. Here type text means this type is text means they added external date means using this date is using the JavaScript. They created this date picker using the JavaScript means they did not use the inbuilt existing HTML5 date picker. Okay, let's check email. Type text means, see here type text, they they just refer this as a text box and added their own validations over there. If you can see here, I say password, it take the password. I say date, it take the date. So based on, please try to understand this type is a very important. Now see, my phone is here. Now it's not. I'm not able to understand what is the purpose of this field. What is the purpose of field? So what you do? We just put the label. We just put the label means to understand that yes, label means we give the labeling to any atom so that we understand that the purpose of the atom. Yes, this atom is for this purpose. Okay. Same way we just add the label. I say name. Okay. I say name. I'm creating the bit simple. Okay, so you say name and I put break here. Okay, so label name, say checkbox, here I'll say agree. Okay, just refresh it. Okay, see, you can see name, so I understand that I want to put here name. Okay, are you agree? Yes, no. Okay, and this is a date picker. Now see, I'll say here label label say DOB is what is your date of birth. Okay, so save and refresh. Okay, say I understand that I need to enter my date of birth here. Okay, so like this way we pass the label to the field. So you understand that what is the type. Based on a type, the behavior will change of this field. So whenever you give the type or anything, so always keep in mind that there the important thing is what type is there. What is the field type is a very important. Okay, field type is a very important. Now moving towards the next thing. I hope you understand the concept. Okay, what exactly the type it means. Okay, form element container for different type. See types of input element such as text field, checkbox, radio button. Okay, so there are different types of fields. Okay, so we have for the radio button, checkbox, then types of display the submit button, display the clickable button. Okay, so I just go and if I want to add the button here. Okay, I say input type and here button. I close it. Okay, now I go here in my page and refresh. See, button is there, but is there any value in button? No. Is there any value in button? No, because we have not set anything. Okay, so I say, so we cannot give the label like this for button. We can give this label like this. This is the submit button. Have you seen anywhere submit? Okay, have you seen like this anywhere? Like this, submit, and then click here. It will label or name should be on button. So how I can pass? So here I say value and say submit. Okay, submit. Okay, and I'll remove this label. See, and save this and refresh. Okay, so now this is submit. You can see submit button. Okay, so like this way, we can uh, based on the type we change the behavior of the field. Okay, on submit, then what action you want to take on this submit? So it's based on that, is what action you want to take. Okay, so so here now means you understand the meaning of this. So you just list down means what are the difference of a type of an input field. These types are very important whenever you are working on any form. Then types you came across the different types. Okay, month, password, radio, range. Say I say range. So there I need to pass some parameters. Okay, some parameters to range means what is the range you want to set. Okay, see, this is a range. So see, means the browser or means HTML5 browser means HTML5 is very smart. Earlier what happened, for this control, for this type, for this date picker, we need to write the separate JavaScript. But HTML, all those things are inbuilt. Okay, HTML, all those things are inbuilt within HTML. You just need to give the type of the elements. Okay, so means uh, this is about the what I say, uh, fields. We called it as a field also. What we called it as a field as well. Means this is consider this input type. This is called as a field as well. Okay, or input field also we called it as. Okay, so this element name is field. Okay, so HTML form element is used to create HTML form for user input. Okay, so in a form tag, as you can see, then input there are different elements. Okay, as you see that we use the different elements to display. Okay, then text fields, then text field, in that you can see as I have shown here. Now here you can see for. Okay, for, as you can see, I'll show you means why this is a label. We have added the label, but we did not add this for. The purpose of a for means for an ID. So we'll go here and label. Consider this is a label, and I say for. Okay, for. Okay, so for, but ID should be here. Each time, see, as I have told you earlier, each element having their own attributes. This is the attribute, type is the one attribute, and this is the element having them input. Now this element, there is another attribute called ID. So ID, I know this field is for name. I'll say that. So name field. Okay, or name, or I'll say just name field, like name here. Okay, and I just copy this, control C and paste it here. Okay, so what happened means name, yeah, means this label is for this name of ID. That's it, nothing other meaning for this for. Okay, that's it. The meaning of for is this label is for, see, this label is having for ID. His ID is f name. Okay, that's it. Now this is name, f name field is there. F name, field is there. Name is very important. Name is very important while passing the value to, after submitting the value. If you want to send the value, then f name field is very important. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and explore more on label, and then we go in name. okay, radio button, and name is whether that a name, okay, and we go in that, okay. So where we are, label, okay. So label, the purpose of the label, whenever we use the label we give the more information about this field. If there is no label, then I don't know what is the purpose of this field, whether it's the date of birth or my date of exam or anything, okay. I don't know. This is agree, means this label know that yes, you are agreed to submit this, yes, I can. On this label you know that what is the purpose of the field, okay. So if you go here, here also you can see the different labels are there. You can see each field having their own labels, okay. You can see here label tab, you can see here label tab, date, okay. This is the purpose of the label, and this is a span and class name. We'll understand that when we are in CSS, okay. So again, and when the label is there, when the label is there, when label is there, so it's easy to understand, okay. It's easy to understand, as I have already told you. Just a moment, I will go in the next thing. Label element also help where who have difficulty clicking in a very small region such as radio button and checkbox. So I'll show you how label will help. Here, if I click here on mail, still this radio button will get click. See, if I click on other label, this is label, this is label for this other, okay. So see, now see, now here I'll show you, means a radio button. In generally radio button which is having different options, okay. Radio button come up with the different options, so these are the what it called, and it having associated labels. If you can see the code for input type radio, see here, input type radio, id male, gender, okay, name is name, means this field name is the same everywhere, name is the same everywhere, gender. This radio button for gender selection, okay, and its value is a male, to display this value is a male, okay. So uh, in that, okay, what I do, I'll just show you, go there, and I will add more, I will just modify this radio, okay. I will just modify this radio button and show you how it will, okay. So here, input type radio, then consider I want it's for gender selection, say id equal to say male, okay, and name means this field name, okay, entire field name. What is the field? The purpose of this field is gender selection, and value is a consider male, okay. So I have selected it, okay. Now if I just put like this, if I just put like this, sorry, control C and control V, control V, okay, male, female, and other, okay, like same like that, okay. Just go here and do the change in id and other, okay. See, now I just save it and go in my form and refresh it. So there are three video buttons, but there is no labels. That's why I do not understand the purpose of the this radio buttons, okay. So what I do, I put the label. So where you want to put, after or before, okay. This after means, see here I just put here, okay. I enter and say label, then for, okay. So to whom you want to assign this label, I just say that key for male, means I just say that this label is for male radio button, means it identify this id, and means you understand that this label is for this input field, okay. Now and for we pass the value of our label field, say male, okay, and now just to copy and paste, okay. Now see, now, and I save this and I refresh it. See, now everywhere I have written male, but it's not in proper sequence. Why? Because I have added here break it will take to the new line. So I will add break here. I will add break here, add break here. So that what happened here also, and save. Now refresh. Now see how it's looking, but text is same. That's why it's same. Okay. Okay. So you understand that the field, and see, even though I click on the label, see, even though I click on the label, it select. See, sometimes it's not selecting. If I here, and if I click here on label, still it select the radio button. Means with the help of label, means I no need to go in this circle. I just go in this name and select that here like this. Okay. So that it help us for the selection. Okay. For label. Now here you can see the checkbox, as I have shown the checkbox. So I'll just copy and paste that. Okay. I'm not going to type it. It will take time to type. Okay. So I go here and put here and say control save. Now I will refresh it here. I'll show you. See how I have a bike, I have a car, I have a boat. Okay. So this radio button is this range control is here only. Why? Because there is a no brake after this. There is a no brake tab. So what I do, I just put the brake here so that it will goes to the new line. New line. Okay. Okay. Now here I just refresh and you can see here. Okay, this is the checkbox. Okay. Now this you understand the purpose of these input fields and how the fields behavior change based on their type. Okay, based on their this type field is very important. This type is very important. Means what kind type of inputs you want to take. Okay, so we just go ahead. What else it contain? Submit button defines a button for submitting the form data to form header to form handler. Form handler is a typically file on a server with a script to processing the input. Okay, form handler is specified in a form action attribute. See here, action page dot php. Okay, so what happened here? It redirect the means once you submit, it send the request to this action dot page.php. Okay, so I will show you. I will not in today's session, but in tomorrow's session I will show you. Once we click on a submit button, then how it will redirect and how it send the information to other page. Okay, tomorrow's session I will show you how it send the information. Here you can see, if I click the submit button on the form data, it will send the page called action page.php. Okay, see, it redirect to the another page. It redirect to the another page here. Okay, so here what they are saying, they just take the fields, they just take the input field. There are two input fields and there is a submit button is there. Okay, submit button, the role of the submit button to submit the information. So tomorrow's session I will take you, show you how we can submit the information, how we can submit this information, value submit button and value submit. Okay, how once you submit here, then how it will behave and send the information. Whatever the inputs you have entered, it will pass to the another page. Okay, once you submit here. So tomorrow session I will cover that point on the form, how we can use the submit. So